Here we go, deep dive. Pauly and Teddy, Sports Bet, Betting Insight Today, college football recap. Here come the bad beats. It's been quiet the last couple months. Let's start with Rice plus 12. Game's tied with a minute left. Louisiana Tech scores, and whoops, they get the pick six. They win 42-28. I was on this one. This one was horrible. Michigan State Northwestern under 42. It's 10-10 with 11 minutes left. It's sitting on 27 in the final minute. It goes to overtime. It falls 70. 39-31 Northwestern in triple overtime. I thought D'Antonio should have gone for two and the win on the road. Northwestern goes touchdown, touchdown, touchdown in all three overtimes, and also they get the two.
Exactly. When you have 27 points in the final minute and the game falls 70 after triple overtime, yeah, that's a bad beat. When the game's tied and you're plus 12 with a minute to go, and then they score and then you give up a pick six, it's not belt bowl worthy, but it's a bad beat. What about Oklahoma, Texas Tech over? Total sitting at 77. Early bettors won. It got steamed up earlier in the week, but it was sitting at 76 in the third quarter. Tech stopped at 4th and goal from the 2-yard line with 11:16 to play. Oklahoma with a 19-play final drive to run the game out. Tough beat for over bettors. Tough beat for Texas Tech bettors, for that matter, at plus 20, plus 21, and in that range. They ended up losing by 22.
Three more doozies here. USC, Arizona State under 59. A Hail Mary before halftime for Arizona State. And then a pick six with a minute left for USC puts it over. App State, UMass under 56.5. It's 20-20. Whoops, overtime. And then it gets over by a hook in double overtime. Another vicious beat as it falls 57. And this, oh my God, if you had this one, take a week off. New Mexico, Wyoming, the total was 47. It was 42-0 at the half. 42-3 final.
Yeah, not much of a performance for the Lobos. We've seen that now in back-to-back road games for New Mexico, where the offense basically didn't get off the bus. Bad bets, yeah, there were plenty of those too, and it started on Friday night, Pauly. Florida State against Boston College. We were getting tweets about this. We had BC as our sports bet play of the day on for Friday's show. Actually, early in the week we used it. And the line got steamed. I mean, 3.5 up to 6. There were 6.5s out there on Florida State with all of that Seminoles money. And folks out there in Twitter land were like, Teddy, Pauly, what's going on? You still like it? I'm like, yeah, we like it even more. We're getting more points with the Seminoles. No show for Florida State. The markets did not respect that young Boston College team. Steve Adagio is doing something very, very right. The only team in the country with their leading passer, leading rusher, and leading receiver, all freshmen. BC's only going to get better in the weeks and months to come.
I don't think Florida State's covered a spread the whole year. And they've quit. They have 5 losses. They're laying points on Saturday. Good luck. Tulane, Memphis, under 66, bet down to 61.5. What were they doing there? It fell 82. SMU from 9 up to 12 against Tulsa, only won by 4. Virginia took money from +3 down to +1, lost by 17 against Pitt. And this might have been the worst steam move of the year. Coastal Carolina from 7-10 against Texas State. Not only did they lose 27-7, their only touchdown was on a scoop and score, and they were outgained 530 to 183.
Yeah, good thing they got bet up. Ton of steam for Coastal Carolina's 10-point chalk. What about Wisconsin? You know, they were bet up -24 up to -28.5 against Illinois. They didn't score 28.5. They win 24-10. The Illini in it throughout. San Jose State against BYU. We talked about this one on Pros versus Joes, where the early money was coming in college football. BYU routes of the Spartans 41-20. Fresno, they were bet up from 18.5 to 21.5 against our hometown UNLV Rebels. They lost that game in straight up fashion. The Buffalo Akron, wild MAC move there. Buffalo was as high as +3.5. They closed at -3. The game lands right in the middle. A bunch of steam towards Buffalo when it was announced that Tyree Jackson would return. The early info bettors cashed. The followers got stung. And let's not forget about Florida International. Marshall bet up to -17 against FIU. Butch Davis, all of a sudden 5-2. He's nailed back-to-back double-digit outright wins as an underdog.
It's incredible how these kids bet today. The South Point here in Vegas won $50,000 just on the Marshall game because everyone had Marshall on a money line parlay, and a guy had a $100,000 money line parlay capped off with Fresno State. UNLV has probably become the first team in history to lose as a 45-point favorite and win as a 22-point dog. You figure it out. Bad for the books, plenty of it. Nebraska plus 6.5 down to 4, won outright against Purdue. Oklahoma State from 7 up to 9 in the total, from 74.5 to 78. All over West Virginia, 50 to 39. Greer 4 interceptions, and they were 2 of 15 on third down. Air Force plus 13 down to 9.5. Routed Colorado State on the road, 45-28. Colorado from 2.5 to 4 in the total, from 52.5 to 55.5. Cal stinks on the road. Markets knew it, 44-28. And Tate does it again. Arizona 4-0 with him as a starter. Get him in the Heisman discussion. He had 800 rushing yards in October alone, most for any player in the last 10 years. Arizona from +3 went off the favorite, 58-37 at home against Washington State.
I don't know. There's been a more impactful player in college football, certainly not to his team, than Khalil Tate for Arizona. Of course, he still doesn't have enough attempts to even be in the NCAA leaderboards yet, so he's not going to get any Heisman love. That being said, Arizona took a ton of money against Washington State. Luke Falk got benched. The Wildcats continued their impressive turnaround season with the 3-touchdown win. Mississippi State, Nick Fitzgerald, that's a guy we've talked about on SportsBit a fair few times already this season, did it again. Dominating performance, ton of Bulldogs money, +1 at the open, -3.5 at the close. They beat the Aggies 35-14. We saw Boise take money and a couple of totals. And what about Missouri? Bet up from -11 to -14. This is a bottom feeder that's all of a sudden winning games by 40 on the road against UConn. That, too, a bad result for the house.
Hey, guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.